extremely honored to present to you Dr. Khader Vali, widely known across India as the Millet Man of India.
Namaste. Yeah, the earlier speaker was saying that mental health. Same Yudhishthira, after everything is over, he's climbing the Kailasha. Every few steps, Nakula Sahadeva, Bhima, Arjuna, including Draupadi, fell off. Then the one with him was the dog, along with him. Then at the end, the entrance to heaven. Listen to this carefully. Listen to this carefully. Heaven. They said, you have to leave the dog if you want to enter the heaven. Then Yudhishthira, Dharmaraja said, no, I don't want the heaven. I can't leave the dog that has been with me so much. Then the dog became the Dharma Murti. So the ultimate Dharma is to recognize the loyalty to the systems that you are associated with for a long time. So yoga gives you that clarity. Yoga gives you that clarity. It is not peace, ananda, all this nirvana, all that. That moment of Yudhishthira recognizing that not to leave the dog, even if heavens is offered, is the ultimate point of yoga. Sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu. So, all the things that are born on this planet, be at peace and joy. And that is the ultimate thing that one should desire if you are yoga master. If you have learnt anything from yoga, actually he was asking, what yoga? 100 years, 120 years? No, all that are not at all important. Absolutely not important. Whether you are living 5 years or 150 years, it hardly matters. Do you have that mind, or whatever you call the soul, that offers itself to the peace of the whole system? Because you are part of the system. So you are reaching the whole as an entity. So you always, even in that yogic offering, the only thing that consciousness should be aware or pervade is sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu. That is the ultimate teaching. So how do we do that? How do we do that? How do we do that? Of course, we have meticulous teachings. Annamaya kosha, pranamaya kosha, manamaya kosha, vijnanamaya kosha, anandamaya kosha. But sadly, of late, we all have been concentrating on anandamaya kosha, vijnanamaya kosha. We have forgotten the annamaya kosha. The sad part is that we have annamaya kosha as lower sheath, then this stacking up. There is nothing like stacking up. These are all koshas that are, one is needed by the other is needed by the other. So it is not even circular. You don't even know. Each one is incorporated into each other koshas. So it doesn't exist as circular or one over the other or triangular or pentangular. All these physical explanations do not fit to this. So you all have to understand, unless you keep your body right, will not reach this Ananda or whatever, Jnanamaya Kosha, all these things. So, basics, first thing first. So, Dharma Kamartha Mokshanam Idam Shariram. You want to do Dharma, Kama, Artha, including Moksha, you need the right Sharira. Sharira depends on what you eat. So, let us, I am a very, very down to earth, materialistic. Unless your tummy is right, you cannot even sit and do dhyana. Whether it is Bhagavad dhyana or some other dhyana, whether your wife dhyana or something else, whatever it is. So unless your tummy has to be all right. Sadly, last 50 years, the food has become corporatized. Charaka has clearly defined what food should be. Ele soppu, Kandamula, Davasadhanya. Very simple, straightforward. First, Sampurna Arogya, he has said. Ele soppu, Tarkari, Kandamula, Davasadhanya. It is so sad that we have not seen the dividing parameter is fiber. Ele soppu, nascent fiber, Navajata Naru. Kandamula. Kandamula is roots and tubers. Roots and tubers. Kanda Mula. Mula is carrot, beetroot, like that. Kanda is Gensu, Sihi Gensu, Suvarnagadde, Shamagadde, all this. So now, Tarkari soppu, Kandamula, Davasadhanya. The parameter is fiber becoming stronger and matured. Ele soppu tarkariyalli nascent fiber, Navajata Naru. Kandamula immature fiber, ಪರಿಪಕ್ವವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪರಿಪಕ್ವವಾಗದ ನಾರು. Davasadhanya, the grains, matured fiber. What is this fiber? It is the fiber that makes all the nutrients get well distributed in your body. All the Paushtikamsha, nutrition, carbohydrate, fats, minerals, vitamins, all these things are there in every food material. But do you have the right fiber associated with that particular nutrient is the question. If you understand this simple thing, your tummy will be all right in a matter of 6 weeks. Then you can do all kinds of yoga. It doesn't matter. So, the present day food has eliminated fiber. Now we are almost eating with processed, ultra processed, these Zomato, Swiggies, almost zero fiber. Zero fiber, whatever we are eating. Why is fiber important? It is the fiber that detox our body. The so-called antioxidant properties are there in the greens and leaves, roots and tubers, and the grains that have the matured fiber. Systematically, this has been eliminated by the food corporates, so that you all become sick. Then I have another department called pharmacy. I'll keep making tablets and then hand over to you. So you have diabetes patients. In the last 30-40 years, it is reached 30% of the people are diabetic. Another BP patients, thyroid patients, rheumatism patients, heart block patients, go on increasing the number of diseased conditions. So this is a very calculated step that we remove fiber from your food, you are going to be sick, guaranteed. Guaranteed sickness. Because the toxic morbid waste that you generate from physiological reactions has to be eliminated then and there to keep you healthy. So I have understood that if I see you do not have fiber in your food, you are going to get accumulated the toxic materials, and slowly and steadily you are going to be sick. It doesn't matter what sickness is. I can go on naming different names and confuse you fellows. Then you keep running around the hospitals. And what do you get? You get tablets, you get MRI scan, you get PET scan, you get CAT scan. Then you will carry the files. What will happen? One fine day you will go to ICU. Then say, I see you. This is the story. So the Shadyantra is eliminating the fiber that have been clearly envisioned by our great ancestors. If you have roots and tubers and greens and vegetables and grains that are enriched with matured fiber. So eliminate all this from your food. I'll keep making sick people, keep selling the pharmacy. This is it. So are you ready to come out of this? So what it means is that all the food that we are eating, rice, wheat, sugar, meat, including milk, is artificial. And this has happened in small quantum green revolution. In the name of carbohydrates you need, they said we are growing rice and wheat, and all the grains that the whole universe, the planet was eating, millets, called M-I-L-L-E in French language is 1 by 1,000. It's called milli. So all the grains that were approximately millimeter size are called millets as a group. They exist. Almost 240 varieties of millets existed on this planet Earth. All over the continents, people were eating millets and millets only. Nothing else they were eating, because rice and wheat were very difficult to grow. They needed very strict conditions, lot of nutrients in the soil, lot of water, lot of temperature ranges, all these were there. So they manipulated and genetically modified, and important thing that they did was to take away the rights of the seeds from the farmers in the name of patenting, in the name of copyright. And we have allowed this to happen all over the world. Every nation now is under the thumb of these food corporates, because every country has to write subsidies for these food corporates. India has been writing in the last 10-15 years, I know, 3.5 lakh crores to 4.5 lakh crores just to get the fertilizers, seeds of the rights and all. So you are all thinking rice and wheat is your food, which is absolutely wrong food chosen by the corporates, because this rice and wheat has no fiber whatsoever. It is C3 grass that doesn't have technically associated fiber with the carbohydrates. So in the name of green revolution, they made sure all over the world people eat rice and wheat. No scientist asked this simple question. When you eat rice and wheat, you flood your blood with glucose. Understand this simple point. When you eat rice, wheat, whatever you eat with rice, whatever you eat with wheat, you release glucose into your blood like flood. You should have 5 grams of glucose at any given point of time in your blood. So when you eat rice, wheat, sugar, it will be 30 to 40 grams of glucose in a matter of 15 to 30 minutes. So that means your blood has become thick with high glucose. This is called disturbing the homeostasis. you are inviting all diseases. BP, diabetes, thyroid, all these troubles are just because you're flooding your blood with glucose. So here and there, if some people eat some vegetables, you have some room to be not sick. And that's how we are all escaping to be not sick, because here and there still people are eating some fibrous food, whatever it is. And the moment that disappears, you have all these diseases entering. So millets have the matured fiber called lignans encirculating the carbohydrate that is in the grains. That's how they do not flood your blood with glucose. They release step by step, regulated way. So when you eat 5 idlis or 5 rotis of millets, especially 5 millets that I have worked to reverse these so-called lifestyle diseases, has clearly given us the insights into how a healthy human being can be maintained throughout his life. So these are the 5 grains called kodo millet, foxtail millet, brown top millet, barnyard millet, and little millet. There are finger millet, proso millet, pearl millet, great millet. These are called major millets. They are little bigger in size than millimeter. That's why they are called major millets. These are little smaller and approximately millimeter size called minor millets. So minor millets have lot more fiber than major millets. This is the very important point that you all should understand. Why we should not eat rice wheat, and it is a plan that all over the world people are eating rice and wheat. This itself is the most unscientific thing that we have not questioned. 240 varieties of millets all over the planet, anywhere, anytime, just with 4 rains, we can grow. That means there should not have been any problem for anyone on this planet if we all ate millets. Hunger is absolutely no problem whatsoever if we are all eating millets, because you can grow millets in Himalayas, you can grow millets in Sahara Desert. So there is no need for transport of the food. There is no need for all this hangama that is going on this planet right now. So this is how and why I call this is well planned, articulated Shadyantra that is being done by the corporations. So you make something very freely available food and come. These experts said in 1980s and 90s, the food you are all eating is primitive, it is bird feed, it is pig feed, it is animal feed. Don't eat. We are going to give you premium food, rice and wheat, because they wanted to sell the fertilizers they made from the bomb materials. This is the story. This is the history. And we all fell for it. We all fell for it. We started eating rice and wheat. And sadly, including the MD, MS doctors think rice and wheat has been our food, and you should not question that. The moment you question, why am I eating rice and wheat? If you stop, 90% of your diseases will disappear. The high concentration of sugar in your bloodstream and parts is the reason why we have lost gut microbes. And gut microbiome is directly connected to your mind. The neurons, the neurotransmitters, regulators, All are actually synthesized by the gut microbiome in your celiac region. And who can fill that? Only fibrous grains. Nothing else can do the job. So, if I eat millets, I will make gut microbiome strong. Once my gut microbiome becomes strong, my brain, neural network, the thought process become clear. You understand this cycle of facts, scientific facts. So now you want to sit and meditate. Your gut microbiome should be strong. Unless that is strong, you cannot meditate. And that's what we are seeing, including yoga masters are falling prey to dialysis. Most of the many practitioners are falling because of late in the recent past, they said dry fruits are good for you. Walnut is good. Badam is good. These are all, again, business propositions. California alone grows 95% of dry fruits on this planet. So they make this happen. That including Swamiji's believe that dry fruits are good. Anjura is good. This is, and they are eating, and most of them are ending up with kidney problems. The high protein and high fat content is a big pressure on your kidney and liver. Fatty livers and creatinine, albuminuria. And the whole reason is leaky gut. Who is leaking? Who is not able to block this gut? It is the gut microbes that are absent. So we have fantastically planned, designed your leaky gut, and then that makes all the other complicated diseases happen. So how do I solve this problem? Make people realize that they have to eat fibrous food, which has been told by Charaka 10,000 years ago. Greens and leaves, roots and tubers, grains, matured fiber. So when you eat fibrous food, your gut produces microbes. So what we did was simply that. Anyone who comes with any disease, blood cancer, liver problem, kidney failure, no issues, just make their gut strong.